Hi, this is Helen MacMillan and Matthew Gordon Martin from Helen MacMillan Coaching, and welcome to another episode of The Breathing Space. Today we're talking about the power of clarity. Why is it so important? Why do we talk about it? And we were having the conversation as to the fact that it was so central to everything. So Matt, let's let them be the fly on the wall in our conversation around clarity.
As we were discussing, it was first most important to define what we mean by clarity. I think we use the term through every single facet of what we do as coaches and what we invite people into. So let's define it first.
And it's what people come to us looking for, right?
Yeah.
As well, well, the dictionary defines it as it's the quality of being certain or definite, being able to clearly see and hear, and having a sharpness of image or sound. And we define it. It is challenging to define clarity without using the word clear. But it is. So how do we define it? That's a dictionary.
Well, for me, it's the discernment in the moment based on what it is that you're looking at. Is clarity is that state of being, the state of deeper understanding, richer seeing, it's more focused visioning or feeling within yourself. So, and I think that clearly ties back to exactly what you said. What most people are coming to us looking for is clarity around what it is that they want so that they can have more of that. And how do they do that? I think clarity is the bedrock of most people's issues. And I know what's really interesting to me is that clarity lives within us, but until we were discussing it, I hadn't really thought about what keeps us from clarity.
And I always say confusion, which is the lack of clarity, right, is a symptom of fear. And it's what, because here's the thing is, once we're clear about what it is we want, how we want to feel, what it looks like, what it feels like, what it sounds like, it's easy to recognize it. It's easy to communicate it to other people so that they too can see it with you, give it to you if they have it. If I'm clear about what my ask is, it's easy for someone to be able to respond. And if I'm clear about where I want to end up, then it's easy for me to plot my chart my course to get there. So the part of us that's afraid to go there, or afraid to ask, or afraid to be rejected, or afraid to whatever the fear may be, is the part that fights the clarity.
Right. Which is absolutely what is the bedrock of the work that we actually do, is help people move beyond their fear. And suddenly it's by magic that clarity appears to them, and graces us with its presence. So I think that why clarity is most important to us, to the work that we do, or to everyone else, or most powerful, is it opens up the decision-making process for us. It allows us to decide and commit to a decision more powerfully. And I think what's most important to note is that clarity changes as we get more information. And that it is absolutely natural and fine for you to decide, oh, I want this one thing, and then for you to decide in the next moment, oh, that's not actually what I want. And that doesn't mean that you didn't have clarity, is that you have now new information that you're acting on.
Yeah, I always think of it as, with clarity and focus go hand in hand, right? And the more focused we are, the sharper our focus is, the clearer that we're seeing something, right? The more specific that we get. So, and then the action piece that you alluded to a while ago, right? Because as we take action, on something, we have clarity, saying, yeah, I want that. We begin to take action to move towards it. And then sometimes we get more information, new awarenesses that helps to sharpen our focus, make us more aware or more clear about what we actually want, causing us to refine, right? Or our focus, or our actions, or change it completely, or let it go completely, which is still fine. I think the problem is when we get attached. When we get attached, that's the problem, right? We get attached to a specific outcome, and instead of allowing ourselves to be informed by our new experiences, our new awarenesses, and our new levels of clarity, and be
Right.
okay and more flexible in being willing to change and adjust and adapt and tweak. So clarity is, it's ever changing. It's depending on what it is. So yeah, I think focus, action, and clarity all go hand in hand. Yeah,
And they help deepen each other.
yeah.
It's that symbiotic relationship where they're constantly working in collaboration with the other, and they can't exist without the other.
And it's so interesting. I think we are living in the midst of that right now. We're still in COVID. We're still in this unknown, right? Is whether it's an unknown period of your life or globally, like what's happening right now. So much is changing. So much is shifting. So much is unsure still, right? That sometimes it's hard to. It's hard to find clarity in the midst of this. But there
Yeah.
are certain things that we are very clear about. We're very clear about what we don't want, usually, right? And maybe we don't have the full clarity on what the next stage looks like, or what the next evolution looks like. And this is the time where it's really important to go within and focus. We can get clear about the core desired feelings that we want.
Yeah.
Right? We can be really clear about what we desire. Maybe we don't
Right.
not clear about when it will come or how it will come, but we can start there. And so I think that's a good place for us to leave people with today, is to start with getting clear on how is it that you desire to feel.
Because that leads all the decisions that we make, and that is, as you said, the core of the work that we're doing.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you for the conversation. We hope that you have benefited from it, and drop a note, send us the feedback. We love to hear your feedback. And if there are other topics that you want us to talk about in the breathing space, we'd love for you to send those suggestions our way. Leave a comment below, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.